This week we traveled to Nebraska to showcase a world-class turnkey hunting property called the Hillside Hideaway. Then we head down to Kansas and learn about the Smokey Gardens Conservation Land Dedication from Leo Hayden himself. Next, we stay in the great state of Kansas and tour the ultimate sportsman's property called Waterfowl Basin. Finally, we visit the historic Fischer Ranch with Dax Hayden. This expansive ranch literally straddles the beautiful states of Wyoming and Colorado.
Since the founding fathers, the love of the land is something buried deep inside of us.
Good morning.
It is our heritage, our history, our passion. And we are its greatest stewards.
Let's go. Get close.
If you ever take time to get away, spend some time in a setting like this, you'll realize what you've been missing.
Blades of grass to the widest of nature's wonders. This is who we are. This is Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. This portion of Life on the Land is brought to you by Jet It, private, fast, smart. Gunworks, 1,000 yards out of the box. Revic, revolutionary optics. Maverick Blinds, a lifetime of hunting. Greeley Hatworks. We start with better bodies. Hooray Grills. You dream it, we can cook it. Western Heritage Consulting and Engineering. Envision, design, build. Cryptic. Battlefield to backcountry. Polaris. Think outside. Ag America. Innovators, educators, land lenders. Eukanuba. Performance Nutrition.
I think the location of this property is key where it's at because you're far enough away from some of the bigger cities, but you're close enough to be within that hour to 2 hour threshold a lot of people are looking for. Justin Herzl, Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. We are in the northeastern part of Nebraska, specifically just to the southeast of Homer, Nebraska, located in the Dakota and Thurston County eastern part of those counties together. Sioux City, probably 30-40 minutes away. Omaha is going to be an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes away. Lincoln's probably closer to 2 hours.
I'm Mike Lutt from Wayne, Nebraska, and I've basically lived around Wayne all my life. It's pretty diverse. I mean, there's some bottom ground, some crop ground, that I save some of that for winter food. Yeah, these brassicas come in pretty good for us. And there's also food plots up above. There's some CRP, so we have food plots in that. A lot of rolling hills, creeks and draws, and we've planted cedars for winter cover, and we've also done a lot of hinge cutting and stuff like that. So I've had the property over 25 years, and in that time I know we've taken at least 50 bucks that would make the Pope and Young record books, and then some of those, you know, there might be a double main beam buck or buck with extra non-typical points that has enough deductions that they don't make Pope and Young. So I thought we might set up a decoy up here tonight, and some of these bucks traveling down below might see that decoy and come up to us. You know, I'd say in the last 15 years we've taken most of those 50 bucks off of there. We've learned the property better, we've done better management, we have more Pope and Young bucks to choose from. The main thing is we're trying to get mature animals to hunt. Most of these bucks that we're trying to harvest, we know them pretty well. We're looking for 5-year-old or better bucks. I've shot one buck that was 9, shot 2 bucks that were 8. One of the reasons they got that old is because we weren't shooting them. Most years we'll take anywhere from 1 to 3 deer off that 341 acres.
In the past 10, 15 years, walnut as a wood harvesting agent has become fairly big. And there's been a lot of producers or buyers paying some good money for that. I believe about 10 years ago they harvested quite a bit of walnut off here. By no means all. That brought in a pretty good paycheck that provides some additional income from the property. I believe, according to the owner, that there's probably at least 4 to 5 times that still here that could be harvested within the next 10 years if you wanted to do so.
We have pretty good roads through the property as far as, getting access with quads or side-by-sides or something like that. Small tractors to work on food plots. There's the cabin that's there. It's a nice, cozy little cabin. The cabin was a house. It was, the main frame of it was built in the 1800s, late 1800s. It's got 2 bedrooms, a shower, bathroom, of course running water now. And it's got log siding, insulated real well. It's got a new furnace, and it's also got a wood stove to it.
There is a live stream and creek bottom on the property. It's kind of coming from that northwest portion of the property. There's going to be springs located throughout that creek bottom that is live year round. You move a little bit further south, you're going to find a fairly substantial CRP field with some native grasses and cover for bedding, which are going to have some cedar lines that were instituted to help with the cover of the winter and protection of those animals, as well as some standing corn plots.
It's a tremendous property, and I, to be honest, not real excited about selling it, but I can't hunt it all myself. It'd be one heck of a property for somebody.
For more information about Hillside Hideaway, contact Justin Herzl directly at HaydenOutdoors.com.
The Climber, a new ultralight design by Gunworks. The Climber is the pinnacle of lightweight, long-range design. Design yours at gunworks.com.
Introducing the PMR 428 by Revic. We've integrated a ballistic solver, weather station, and heads-up display for the fastest full ballistic solution available. Just dial the elevation turret to your range, apply wind correction, and score first shot hits beyond a mile. Revic Optics. Revolution in sight. For consumer direct pricing, visit RevicOptics.com.
Born out of necessity, the Hooray Grill was created for the individual who appreciates quality craftsmanship, fellowship, and a true appreciation for the outdoors. Not just another disposable product. The Hooray Grill is reminiscent of a generation when quality stood the test of time and camaraderie was truly valued. Designed to gather, time well spent deserves a Hooray Grill.
I'm Brett Favre, host of Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, Life on the Land. For 20 years in the NFL, my life was always on the go and my schedule was controlled by someone else. Now that I own my own time, I fly with Jettit. Jettit allows me to maximize my life's experiences. Thanks to Jettit, I can enjoy my favorite activities of hunting, fishing, and recording my new television show. Jettit, private, fast, smart.
This segment of Life on the Land is brought to you by Gunworks, 1,000 yards out of the box. Revic, revolutionary optics. Cryptic, battlefield to backcountry.
Well, we've been pheasant hunters and quail hunters and all kinds of hunters all of our lives. I was raised, my dad was a great shot and loved to hunt. Hunted pheasants since I was 7 years old. Dax went hunting first time with us 8 years old, and Seth, I think, at 9. Jordan Martinsich from Pheasants Forever came out, and I met him at the banquet in Goodland for the Pheasants Forever and talked to him about this place and explained what it was. And he said, I don't see why we couldn't do something. I mean, it's a great pheasant place, but I want the water back in the Smokey Gardens. He goes, well, maybe the Pheasants Forever could buy it and hold it until the Fish and Game can get the money and the stuff through the legislature. So 2.5 years later, I think, we got it done. One of those things that makes sense in the ways of modern government and can happen. And so, real proud of it. That was my 4th time selling that property, was finally to Pheasants Forever. And then they sold it to Fish and Game. Right to the south of it is 1,700 acres of grass that makes wonderful hunting between the two properties. They've got corn, pheasants, deer, antelope. There's even been some elk down there. They're going to use the water. 750 feet of the water has been allocated to 750 acre feet to be drawn upon for the Smokey Gardens to be refilled again. So it's worked out, one of those things you always hear, that it can't be done through the legislature and it can't be done because people just won't pay attention. This one made enough sense and we took enough time and effort, thanks to so many local people and people in the legislature, Rick Billinger, Senator, all kinds of people really helped. But the biggest helper was Pheasants Forever because they had the cash to put down and buy the place and then wait to get their money back for 2.5 years from the wildlife department. So it's in the process of finishing up. We hope to have water in it. I hope to have it by next spring. I want to fish it again as an old man. I fished it as a young one.
Hayden Outdoors looks forward to attending the official dedication of Smokey Gardens in late May, plus assisting with their continued progress. Stay tuned for an updated segment airing in late June. This segment of Life on the Land has been brought to you by Maverick Blinds, a lifetime of hunting. Hooray Grills, you dream it, we can cook it. Eukanuba, Performance Nutrition.
The altitude line and series, the rain gear, the soft shell, the lightweight pants, they all performed extremely well. It's shoulder fabric and you get a really nice blend of durability and also performance. And the colorations are done for mountain hunting, specifically above the tree line. I think that the hardcore mountain hunters are really going to appreciate how well it performs, durability, and the function.
Maverick's two-piece design and lighter weight allows you to place it where other hard-sided blinds can't go. Practical, durable, dependable.
Maverick Blinds, a lifetime of hunting.
Since 1976, Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has grown to over 100 brokers and agents, offering unparalleled real estate marketing services in multiple states. Recognized by the Land Report annually as one of America's best brokerages and as one of America's fastest growing companies by Inc. 5000, Hayden Outdoors is the brand that sells the land. This segment of Life on the Land is brought to you by Jet It, private, fast, smart. Western Heritage Consulting and Engineering. Envision, design, build.
We are up early this morning, headed to the Barton County Waterfowl basin. Nice little property listing we've got, kind of set right in between Cheyenne Bottoms and Quivira National Wildlife Refuge. Gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. Like it. Not the greatest, but with the wind and the weather, that's what we can do. We got ducks flying over already. We got one coming in right here. stand up.
Get you some of that. That's
Love it. Yeah, we're here at the Barton County Waterfowl Basin. That's what I've been calling this little property. Been hunting this spot and around this spot for years and years and years. Sitting right in between Cheyenne Bottoms and Quivira National Wildlife Refuge. Cheyenne Bottoms is one of the most crucial migration stops in the northern hemisphere. So we're sitting right in between two big refuges, and we've got this property with just a basin, typically full of water. Even when there's not water, we've got most of this is a farm field, so we can dry field hunt mallards, geese, ducks. This is definitely an awesome property. This morning we hunted out northeast of Ellenwood, Kansas. That property, it's 160 plus or minus acres. It's a waterfowl haven. We're able to get on a good mallard shoot. Got about a dozen mallards and half dozen shovelers. Saw thousands and thousands of birds migrating, going in and out to feed. That property is sitting right in between Quivira National Wildlife Refuge to the south and Cheyenne Bottoms on the north end. And between those two properties, anywhere you have feed, water basin like this one has, that's a recipe for some extreme success for waterfowl and waterfowl hunting. The habitat is phenomenal. They haven't done much to improve it, but they haven't done anything to discourage it either. So that is a waterfowl honey hole year in and year out. Throughout the spring and summer, you can see nests of geese and goslings, all kinds of baby teal. That property holds ducks and geese year round. Sitting right on the county line blacktop, and I really enjoy that property. The two oil wells out there bring in a nice additional income, as well as the farming operation. So love that property. That's a win-win. Big deer out there. Definitely one of those once in a lifetime type of properties.
For more information about Central Kansas Waterfowl Basin, contact J.C. Bosch directly at HaydenOutdoors.com. You're watching Life on the Land, presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. If you're interested in selling your farm or ranch, looking for land valuation or improvement, or are wanting to purchase your next property, give the team at Hayden Outdoors a call at 970-674-1990 or visit us at HaydenOutdoors.com. Your work is your ethic. Your handshake is your bond. Your word will outlive you. There's only so much you can leave behind in this life. Make your land your legacy. Landowners nationwide trust Western Heritage with their land enhancement and development. No matter what the project is, Western Heritage will make sure your future is in good hands. Your own. This segment of Life on the Land is brought to you by Polaris, Think Outside. Ag America, innovators, educators, land lenders. Greeley Hatworks, we start with better bodies.
River right here, is that running?
Oh yeah,
froze over.
Yeah, it's a good fishable creek, and it actually is pretty wild. It flows right into it's South Platte water, so it flows into the Pooter.
Okay.
You wouldn't think that from up there, but it's called Fish Creek. It would fit really well to be able to do a habitat enhancement, stream bed, and a lot of the owners up in this country have done a lot of really good watersheds, ponds. Like like Dave's place.
Mhm.
And I think with the proximity to Fort Collins and the market, I think it'll do well.
Yeah, especially right there on the Wyoming border. That's a hot spot right now. So
25, 30 minutes from downtown Fort Collins is hard to beat.
Yeah.
Big elk, good mule deer, trout fishing, privacy.
yeah, okay. Well, let's go up there. We got to get it filmed. It's gonna be chilly. Wow, this place is gorgeous.
That's kind of why those other guys bought that ranch across the way, is once they found it that close to town,
Right.
you can be out on the ranch and enjoy everything and hunt and fish and do everything you do and be into Fort Collins for a great dinner in 20 minutes. Hi, I'm Dax Hayden. I'm here on the Fischer Ranch just northwest of Fort Collins, Colorado, and 40 minutes from Laramie, Wyoming. This 3,765 acre ranch has excellent hunting, fishing. Current owners run about 200 mama cows on it for 6 months a year. With that, it has excellent forage, and as I mentioned, the water, good fishable streams, really a beautiful place.
So what are you thinking for highest and best use, and what should be done with this place overall?
It's got a lot of advantages, but being in 2 states with Wyoming's state tax, no state tax, and the ranch having a great amount of acreage in there, and then there's plenty of 35 acre tracts and smaller in this immediate area, being 30 minutes from Fort Collins. So I think it's highest and best use, maybe a ranch, conservation easement value, that kind of thing, and then just maybe protecting it. Some of the folks that I've talked to already about it are interested in that, and it's a pretty big place this close to town. It's really cool to work with my brother. We have a good time together, and we're here on this ranch kind of exploring it and filming it for the first time. Really excited to be hired by the Fischer family and those folks to market this fine property. It's sure a legacy ranch here close to Fort Collins, and just a lot of fun out doing this. It looks cold, but it feels warm, and just been a good day. The property does qualify for landowner tags in Colorado. And on the Wyoming side, since it's located right on the state line, they would get also landowner tags in Wyoming. So the hunting is unique because you can hunt 2 states from the property. Really good antelope hunting, good elk hunting, and good mule deer hunting. All 3 species are doing well in this area, and excellent fishing for small trout in the ponds and in the streams. It lives big from the standpoint of the state land intermixed within the boundaries of the deeded land. From an income standpoint, this play is more of a buy and hold, an appreciation. I think the location yields for a lot of appreciation. There's also possibilities of conservation easement and other aspects to figure out how to make the ranch pay for itself. But it sure is beautiful, and it's very private. Yeah, the improvements are good. They're old historic buildings from what you would think of on a Colorado or a Wyoming ranch homestead. And it's set in a setting that just beautiful. So we're right here in the valley near the improvements today, and you can see how gorgeous it is. Ranch has an excellent manager. Rex has been here for a long time and would love to stay with a new owner and continue to do what he does. He runs some of his own cattle and some owners' cattle on the ranch during the 5 or 6 months of the summer season. And he just helps maintain the place and fencing and everything like that.
My name is Rex Q, and I'm the ranch manager. I've been the ranch manager for 35 years. All I do, it comes and goes, but I've seen elk, deer, antelope, moose, bear, lions. Right now I'm feeding cattle and taking care of them and plowing snow. It's the best place in the world to live, for me. Well, I like to be by myself, and I like the mountains, and summers are very nice. And I like this ranch.
Yeah, the privacy of this ranch is second to none. It has excellent timber, good rock outcroppings, nice wet bottoms, and good borders with rock formations. It does have some public land intermixed within the ranch, but there's no access for the public to get to that ground, so it lives really big. I really enjoy the proximity. Everyone thinks they want a ranch way out in the middle of nowhere, and you got to take in mind that it's a family situation. So folks like to be close to town. Whether they want their privacy or not, they like to be able to get a jug of milk or get to town or go to a nice dinner. Fort Collins is an excellent city with Colorado State University and excellent dining, and has been voted the #1 place to live in America before. So it's an outstanding location. And then you add Laramie, Wyoming, which is very similar to Fort Collins, a college town with excellent access to hunting and fishing and outdoor activities all around the area. So the ranch is very strategically located, and the privacy off of the paved road make it almost one of a kind.
For more information about Fischer Ranch, contact Dax Hayden directly at HaydenOutdoors.com.